All right, how we doing, everybody? Happy April of 2023, and move right into spring here. Time for a new updated YouTube video. Jim Ventura here, navigation consultant, astrologer, and someone who works with many different oracles and writer, blah, blah, blah. Should be able to find that stuff there. Okay, I just did a short video on TikTok about fox as an animal totem. I might pop it over to Instagram also. Just very limited amount of time there. So I thought I would do an expanded video here for both my TikTok followers, Instagram followers, as well as my YouTube followers, because this is a really cool animal to discuss for a lot of different reasons. So when you're looking at fox as a totem, so totem is like when you're seeing the animal in life, when you're of affinity for it, if you're dreaming about it, or even if you're wanting to take that energy on by choice, something you can also do to bring totem energy in. Let's talk about fox. Okay, so the major energy connected with fox is cunning, diplomacy, and wildness. So in Druid culture and in Celtic cultures, they would not walk across ice unless a fox had done so first. So great kind of imagery there that fox is smart enough not to fall through the ice. So that would almost be watched in that way about that smartness of fox. You can see that in this image here, then a red fox getting right across the ice. So that's one really smart connotation to understand about taking on fox energy. So fox teaches us to know when to come out into the open and be counted. Also, there's a lot of connection with fox and being strong in council. And what that means is being diplomatic, even-tempered in a way, having those diplomacy skills. Years ago, I live in a condo complex. They kept pushing for me to join the HOA here, and I didn't want to, and I finally did. And I know why I kind of had to, kind of an even head, calm, cool, and collected, able to see multiple sides of things. That's kind of a wisdom that can be connected with fox energy. So, fox is about that vibration of being strong in counsel, knowing when to be counted, kind of being smart, being sly, being clever. We see these kind of words naturally being connected with fox. There's an interesting line to walk with fox energy when you're working with it. Cleverness can be a very good thing, obviously, but we have to kind of watch that line between cleverness and dishonesty. Think of card sharks or people that can manipulate others, like, not every car dealership person, but some, or, where you're kind of maneuvering people because you have them at kind of a weak spot in a way. Again, there can be using that in a positive way. You can be using it in a negative way. And that's one of the things to watch for in fox energy. I know when I was younger, because I'm so good at math and playing cards and people wanted to be my friend and hang out with me when I was a kid, I used to deal off the bottom of the deck when I played poker with my friends for change money. It was terrible. But I was too smart for my own good. It was minor, they had money and it wasn't a lot of money anyway. But looking back on it, it was using that smartness in a way that was a little bit questionable. So yeah, we can watch that line with fox energy. So now there are some negative connotations to fox, which are kind of cool to discuss also because they kind of lead to something positive anyway, as usual. So getting in contact with fox energy can get us in touch with the part of us that sometimes feel victimized. Fox was hunted back in the day for its beautiful fur, but in most cultures that had wisdom, they would meditate, pray to the goddess to ask for permission before you took the life of an animal. So foxes come to kind of represent the desecration of the natural order in the world in some ways. So at personal level, sometimes we feel victimized and taken advantage of, and we are angry or upset about that. What fox can teach us to do is when to lie low, to concern with yourself and family, taking care of things in the background, developing the skills of mediation, diplomacy, being smarter about how you handle things. There is a wisdom in looking at how you play out feeling victimized. So again, that brings us back to that smarts of developing diplomacy. Now, another negative connotation to fox, of course, is that whole concept of being hot, of being sexy, of being sly. As a kid, I remember there was a show called Josie and the Pussycats, a cartoon that kind of played on this. And you could see this at multiple places in society in the world. So the negative part of it is a lot of contemptuous energy or words are used toward women. Should be no surprise to people, not because anything wrong with women. but because of men's mistrust of female energy and how it's used. So if you think of words like bitch, cat, cow, shrew, and a lot worse ones that I won't say here, these are kind of attacks on female energy. But yet on the flip side of that is if you call a woman a vixen, there's kind of an erotic connotation to that. You could see that in even a more blatant way when you refer to someone as a foxy lady. So it means she's sly, she's clever, but you kind of got to watch her back a little bit, and there can be some real draw from people toward that vibration for obvious reasons. So what does that kind of bring to us? If you're feeling victimized by being mistreated, you can look at that energy, knowing when to lay low, develop those skills of mediation, diplomacy, but also you can run with sexiness. Uh, it's interesting now because it's always been where you can see pictures of hot, beautiful women and models and things of that nature in magazines and on Instagram and places like that. But I'm seeing a lot of that with males as well, kind of pretty buff, handsome guys on Instagram mixed in with the females. And I think that's becoming more commonplace and more acceptable in some ways. I don't think there's really anything wrong with that. I'm a big fan of beauty one way or another. Even for me, at a young age, I figured out by working out and getting muscle and getting as pretty as I could in my younger years, that would benefit me. There's a lot of work involved in it, but I don't regret it for a million different reasons. I got away with a lot in this life so far because of my body, my build, the way I come across, you know what I mean? Kind of using some of that energy. I'm closing, at 60 years old. I think I'm still pulling off some decent in shape stuff here. So there's a way to use that where you're not resentful of it, where you can kind of run with it. And yeah, in our society, a lot of times people get treated a little better when they're attractive. So that's kind of one of those connotations. So what Fox can bring us, positive and negative, is a reminder that you can learn how to bring the wild part of you out in the most creative way. And it doesn't have to be a negative thing. You can use this really effectively in certain areas. Again, just walking that line to not let your cleverness turn into dishonesty or abuse. And if you do that, Fox is a great totem to work with and really smart. So, picture of a couple of my books that are available on Amazon in the background, Dirty Little Secrets and Snake Oil Volume 1. Like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos here, and I'll be back in another month or so. And oh yeah, again, always JimVentura.com for information about personal one-on-one sessions. You only take about 15 clients a week, but you can be one of them if you email me and set one up. So, all right, again, happy start to spring. Stay foxy, everybody. Until next time.